Welcome back, true believers and spectacular Spidey fans, to another Spider-Man Homecoming related video, and I am so sorry I have been gone again for 4 days. That is totally unacceptable for me. I've just been swamped with college work. There has been tons of essays and assignments that I've been having to do in all of my classes recently, and midterms have been creeping up on me slowly but surely, and I've been trying my best to get them done as soon as possible so I can come back straight to you guys and give you tons more Spider-Man PS4 news that you guys deserve, and keep you hyped up until either maybe the reveal at Thanksgiving, if they even decide to do that, or most likely at PSX when we get, hopefully, the trifecta of announcements, which will be a title for the game, a full-on gameplay demo, and the release date of the game, I'm assuming will be at PSX. So that is my job for you up until that date, and again, even afterwards, I'm still going to keep you consistently updated on Spider-Man PS4, on any topics that we can discuss, whether that's speculations or theories or anything you can think of. But I am here for you guys as much as I can be. But just recently, with all these college assignments I've been having to do, I've just been really preoccupied lately, and I do apologize. I will try my hardest to make sure that does not happen again. And I will also, just a heads up, it's Thanksgiving this week. It's on Thursday in America. So obviously I will be taking some time off during that week just to spend time with my family and my dad and stuff, and and you should too. Have a really happy Thanksgiving, everybody, when that time comes. But right now, this is more about Spider-Man Homecoming, because in my last video I said I was going to discuss about the new info that we received about Spider-Man Homecoming's teaser trailer, which it is rumored, it's not really confirmed at this point, but it is really heavily rumored, which makes sense because it has to show at the end of this year. But it is rumored that the trailer of Spider-Man Homecoming will appear alongside of Star Wars Rogue One, which releases on November 16th. On December 16th, my bad. And the rumor of that being is because since it is a Disney movie, Disney always usually puts new trailers related to all their properties, showing all these different amazing types of content that they have to provide to their fans, especially Marvel-related content. And since Spider-Man, this is the very first Spider-Man movie that is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they obviously don't want to mess this up, and they obviously want to have a lot of people get hyped for it before it comes out. And the movie itself comes out on July 7th, 2017, and that would mean, if it does release alongside of Star Wars Rogue One, which again releases on December 16th, that would give ample time for the release of the teaser trailer to be released, so people can analyze it and just watch it over and over again, get totally excited, and then wait a couple more months for a new trailer, just like every other Marvel movie does. And we all know how the process goes with Marvel trailers. They show a teaser at first, and then they show the main trailer, and then they have a second trailer, like the final trailer before the movie comes out, and then the movie. With this movie, though, it's really different, because if you haven't noticed the pattern between all of Marvel's trailers, mainly the teasers that they put out, specifically related to Ant-Man and Doctor Strange, and even Avengers Age of Ultron, the very first trailers that they ever show for those movies, or I should say the teaser trailers that they show for those movies, are always very dark. They show a dark tone with really serious moments in the trailer, such as like Age of Ultron. You have the really eerie music, and you see some certain shots of the Avengers getting, pummeled, and you see one shot of Captain America's shield broken in the teaser trailer, which, like, oh my god, how did that happen? How did Ultron break Captain America's shield? That's impossible. And then we find out it was just a dream from Tony Stark that he was having from Scarlet Witch. So that was a really dark teaser trailer, which I loved, where they played the evil version of No Strings on Me. Ant-Man, they had the really somber tone and really saddening because of how Ant-Man, or Paul Rudd, Scott Lang, he is a dad, and he had his daughter to think of, but then he is also an ex-con, so he has that kind of criminal past, but he's trying to do good, and he's trying to be a hero for his daughter, and they show these really intense scenes with him trying to escape from the cops, and one scene where the ant pulls up, and then Ant-Man just doing a couple things, and then the final shot of the title. Same thing with Doctor Strange. The whole setting of that first trailer was incredible, where it was just showing him kind of flashing back and forth from him before the car accident and then after the car accident, going from New York to Nepal to try and find where the Ancient One is, and trying to fix his hands all over the world. So the huge pattern here with Marvel trailers is that the first trailer is usually dark, followed by a more lighthearted trailer to fit with the movie, and then a final trailer just to showcase what the big movie is going to be like. But with Spider-Man, this is the interesting thing, though, is that in the articles that you've probably read with Tom Holland and his contracts and everything, Shock Ton did a video on it, same thing with Death Punisher and all those amazing Spidey Squad members. They discussed about Tom Holland's contract and how many more movies he has, and him kind of discussing about the movie and how it's going to work out with the main theme of it. And again, Tom Holland has stated, we have seen the Soldier, which is Captain America, we've seen the Scientist, which is the Hulk, obviously Bruce Banner, and then I think we've seen the Engineer or something like that, which was Iron Man, of course. And now he says it's time that we see the kid. This is a kid Spider-Man. We are here to have fun with this Spider-Man. That's why the movie is called Spider-Man Homecoming. Even with John Watts during Comic-Cons, during San Diego Comic-Con, he has stated first and foremost, this is a high school movie. This is going to be a full-on high school movie, which, if that doesn't scream Spectacular Spider-Man to you, I'm not sure what does, which is what is telling me from all this news that we're hearing with Tom Holland and the director and even the other cast members saying they had such a blast with this movie. I think it's going to be more lighthearted. So if they do a dark teaser trailer for Spider-Man Homecoming, I would not be surprised. However, it would be interesting to see how they could make a movie like this dark. With Spider-Man, the only darkest, they try to take the dark route with The Amazing Spider-Man 1, and then it even tried to get dark in Spider-Man 3 with, the Black Suit Spider-Man, and we just won't discuss what the Black Suit Spider-Man did in that movie. But they try to handle the dark themes with Spider-Man, and most of the time, people do not take them as well as the lighthearted tones, like either Spectacular Spider-Man or Spider-Man 2, where it's more lighthearted, it's more relatable to the audience, where the audience can relate to Peter's struggles at the Daily Bugle and Mary Jane and Aunt May, and even like this iteration of Spider-Man, he's in high school, he has to deal with homework, he has to find a date for the dance, and he just so happens to be a really awesome superhero who has to fight a giant winged vulture villain. It's going to be really awesome to see this movie, and the teaser trailer has to emphasize how is this iteration of Spider-Man going to be different from the past two that we have, and after seeing him in Civil War, what else could they show? Since we already see how he looks in Civil War, in the trailer we'll most likely see Spider-Man doing one thing, maybe a couple web swings or something, or maybe Tom Holland trying to put on the suit or something. But if you haven't heard about the trailer description that they showed at San Diego Comic-Con, or at least heard people discuss about the footage that was shown at San Diego Comic-Con, basically it just showed a lot of high school stuff with Peter. We didn't see anything related to Spider-Man at all, and then at the end of the footage we see a little snippet of Vulture going through a tunnel of some sort. So in this teaser trailer we obviously have to see some form of Spider-Man in it, because we obviously already know what he looks like, and they can't really hide what he looks like anymore, because the only thing that they could be hiding is Vulture, Shocker, and the Tinkerer. Which, in this case, with this trailer, I'm assuming we will get a lot of Tom Holland, Marissa Tomei kind of chemistry going on, seeing how that relationship works out, which is really awesome, how they played it out in Civil War. We'll see more of Tom Holland's character in high school. We'll see probably a couple snippets of Spider-Man, and then maybe the final shot will be him trying to do a one-lining joke or something, or maybe they'll even show off Vulture, but since this is a teaser, I highly doubt it. Even in Ant-Man, the teaser trailer, they didn't show Yellow Jacket and Avengers Age of Ultron. They showed the one face shot of Ultron, and then that was it. Doctor Strange, they just showed Caecilius just kind of doing a walk down a hallway with the crazy special effects. So we could see Michael Keaton put on the Vulture mask and maybe put on the Vulture suit or something like that, or maybe discuss about the Vulture suit, but I do not think we will see a whole action scene. That will most likely be saved for a new trailer when that comes out later on. But I just cannot wait for this movie. I think it is going to be on par with Spider-Man 2, just seeing with the route that they're going, just seeing how this is a high school Spider-Man. They seem like they're really following the Spectacular Spider-Man route of things with the characters, with the fact that, again, they're in high school and that they're just trying to be youth. They're trying to be youthful. They're trying to be very connected to the younger audience members, of course. And some people actually this might be the first time, younger audience members see Spider-Man. Even before Civil War, this might be the first time an audience member has seen Spider-Man. So they're going to try and relate to not a younger kid audience like Ultimate Spider-Man did. They're not going to go that route. They'll obviously have some dark tones, but mainly this movie is going to be a high school fun movie. Again, like a John Hughes vibe, like Breakfast Club. So mainly going to be really lighthearted and fun, but with a couple of serious bits in there too, knowing how Spider-Man's morals are. With great power comes great responsibility. And that is it for this video, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, True Believers. I will try my best to do more videos daily for you guys. I try and do one video per day for all you amazing guys. You guys deserve consistent updates on Spider-Man, whether that's the game, the movie, or anything else. Stay spectacular, Spidey fans. Peace out.